Welcome back to the channel if you're a returning viewer. Welcome to the channel if you're a new one. Either way, take a walk with me. We're going to talk about Buuhan probably not being good enough, this terrible free-to-play LR, and what the prediction for the carnival coming up is. We're about 170 subscribers away from 1,000, so if you like the video, man. It really helps out. First on the docket is the domain Majin Buu, the Buuhan tech unit that is releasing in about 8-ish hours from when I'm recording this. And if I'm honest, if I'm just completely transparent, because I don't want to be a hater and I don't want to boost a unit, because I talk about this all the time, these units cost money. Even if you're free to play, you should take the technical amount that you're spending as money, because dragon stones have a $1 per stone estimate. You know, these aren't just floating variables. We know what a Dokkan dragon stone is to the developers, right? Because they have stone packs. So even as someone who doesn't really spend on the game, as someone who spends like the $8 for the subscription pack and that's really it, maybe I'll buy a ticket pack if it's the anniversary or something huge, something equally huge. I know how much that dragon stone is worth, and that's how I weigh whether I'm going to pull a lot of the time. We are on the precipice of the 10th anniversary, and they're releasing another TUR that just isn't good enough to age into the 10th anniversary meta to me. That's what I think. Because we're looking at all these characters from the 9th year, and we're seeing Beast Gohan, and we're seeing Evoken, and we're seeing the UI Goku EZA, and we're seeing Tanabata, and we're seeing all of these characters, and we're starting to wonder, when are they going to age out? And the answer is probably pretty soon. Maybe not the 10th anniversary itself, but at least within the next 5-ish months. They're probably going to get stat checked by some stuff. We're already seeing characters like, you know, Evo Vegeta take a ton of damage from Bulma. And if Evo can take a ton of damage from Bulma, what do you think is going to happen in 6 months? You think it's going to be the same? Or do you think it's going to be worse? It's probably going to be worse. We're going to start seeing these characters take damage to autos and normals and mechanics and whatever it is they have planned, because they want you to spend on future powerful characters. That's how PvE gacha games work. In the same way that PvP gacha games incentivize you pulling on new characters, because it makes the grind against other players easier if you simply have a character who does more things. One of the points I want to make when I'm talking about this Buuhan is that he is not bad. He's just not good enough. That is a really important distinction, because I do not think he is bad. I do not think he is bad. I do not think he is bad. Nor do I think he's mid. Nor do I think he's releasing underpowered. Nor do I think they needed to do this or that to fix him, quote unquote. I think his kid is fine, but just fine. And in 2 months, 3 months, we're getting the new hardest fight in the game probably. We're getting EZA 7th years. We're getting, you know, maybe a Super Vegito, maybe a Blue Vegito, maybe, you know, double Vegito, Gogeta, double duos card. You think that card's not going to be the best character in the game? So look at how they want you to spend your coins and how they want you to spend your pity and your stones, and think about the fact that whatever comes out right now is not planned to be forever. And you know, duh, it's a gacha game. Nothing is. But this especially is just something that is bait. They're releasing a genuinely pretty hyped character. People love Buuhan, and they're probably going to release a pretty hyped part 2, quote unquote, a part 2. And it's probably either going to be Vegito or Kefla or, you know, some TOP character based on the Analyza, but we'll get into that later. The thing about what we're seeing from this Buuhan is just, is this Buuhan stronger than the Saiyan Day units? He probably is, but by how much? That's the thing I've seen this year with the TURs, is the TURs don't feel like they're scaling up as we approach the 10th anniversary. And that's really disappointing. The TUR list has not really been shaken up by anything. If it has, it's been like 1 or 2 spaces. But really it's just the EZAs. But they're EZAs, so you already have access to them, usually at a discounted coin price. So why spend on pity for this character when you could just go get Beerus, who is probably a better character than this Buu? Like, he probably is, and he's EZA. He's super EZA. That's kind of where I'm at with TURs. I don't really see them progressing the TUR type much, and this is a completely luxury character. I could not recommend summoning on this. It just doesn't seem worth it. Next up, we have the Analyza, who is the next Chains of Memory. What the fuck is it called? The Ultimate Clash battlefield currency unit, right? Whatever it is. He's the next unit, so he's a free-to-play unit. You're probably not going to be able to rainbow him. You'd need to rainbow him to get any use out of him at all. He's terrible. He wants to be slot 1 because he raises extreme class allies on his ultra attack, but you're never going to see that because he's terrible. They need to stop making these units. I don't know why Chain Battle was removed, which gave funds, and instead we kept Clash, which is essentially every 8 months we get a new completely worthless character, like the GT Frieza and Cell, for some reason. And instead of using those animations and polishing them and making them units that we'd all actually want, we just end up getting more of the same units that are, you know, we just keep rotating Ultimate Gohan in our head. Like, this year has had so many Gohans. One of those couldn't be an Analyza. One of those couldn't be GT Frieza and Cell. We needed more Ultimate Gohans every single time. Like, I honestly don't get it. I don't get what they're thinking when they do this. I guess they just wanted to dole out more of that classic Dokkan Dead Week content. They said, I have a great idea for something super cool. Let's make another unit people are going to use one time, go, wow, this sucks, and then put away forever. Sure, man. Awesome. Next on the list is going to be the predictions for the Carnival LR, which, if you remember, last year was the Super Saiyan trio from the Android 13 movie. That followed the Android 21 release, so it was unrelated. It was sort of a way to work in the fact that we got the, what was their name? It was the Android 13 EZA himself, that's right. The year before that, we got the Yamcha, and then in this exact position, we got the Carnival LR Strength Goku and Friends Kamehameha unit, which was from the movie with Hachiak, I think. It's been so long, man. The reason I bring this up is because it has been a small window of time before this time slots DFE related to the Carnival that followed it, but of course there actually is a pattern of them relating if you go back far enough, at least 3 years-ish, 3 or 4 years. So what could we expect here? Could we actually expect a Super Vegito? That is to say, a Z Vegito who goes Super Saiyan. And the answer is yeah, we really could. Why use Buuhan if you're not going to? But remember, I did make a video talking about my prediction for the 10th anniversary. Legends Fest is going on. They got a transforming blue Vegito, and we currently have a Gogeta who is blue in game. I don't think this is going to be something that upsets that. I still think we're getting Vegito for anniversary. I still think he's going to be blue for anniversary. And I don't really know if maybe this is just going to be like a little bait banner before then, but more realistically to me, I think we're actually getting something from the Tournament of Power. We see that there are missions in the game that involve Potara, and there are missions in the game that involve fusions. It could be safe to say that we're going to see one or the other, maybe a Gotenks unit, because that would be the fusion. I believe their delineation is that like one of them is kind of like a Gogeta tag and one of them is a Potara tag, but you know, whatever. I'm not gonna look that too far into it. What I'm going to say right now is that I think it's more likely that we get a Kefla here than a Vegito. I think they want to save Vegito for anniversary, but if it is Vegito, I think it is a bait banner so that we can get to the anniversary and like sell out more. If there is a Vegito in this time slot, I don't think it's like Goku versus Vegeta, Gohan versus Cell, and 10th anniversary. What I think is going to happen is they're going to bait you with a Vegito here, and then they're going to hit you with a Vegito in 2 months. Does that make sense? I don't really think they're trying to spare you here. I think they're trying to milk you dry because they know 10th anniversary is going to be some heat. And they're going to power creep the game, and it's going to be fucking, you know, abysmal if you haven't been saving stones. Which is why I always say, now that there's pity, you need to save over pity. I don't care if you want Gohan and Piccolo, but you can only blame yourself if you don't have pity when 10th anniversary rolls around, because we've had enough months. I literally spent out all of my stones on Worldwide Download Celebration. So I know how many stones we're supposed to have, because I have like 1,800 right now. I am probably going to spend, if it's a Vegito or something hype in this Carnival slot. Otherwise, I'm just going to wait until anniversary, because I actually have enough stones going into anniversary for both DFEs, which is all you really need when you hit anniversary. That said, I think the best case scenario here would be the LR Kid Buu, because I think Kid Buu has enough animations that this isn't really wasted. I don't think If he is power crept in a few months, I don't think it'll matter that much. LRs have been treated extremely well this year. If it is an LR Carnival Kid Buu, I think he'll actually just be good going into the 10th anniversary meta. I don't think you really have to worry about him being wasted. Right now, you need to be worried about your favorite character being made into a TUR. TURs are the, pain unit. If your character is a TUR, he's probably going to be kind of fucking mid. Just no bullshit. The last thing I want to talk about is the most exciting thing for me personally, which is that the LR Gogeta, Vegito, Cell, and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the 5th year anniversary are being boosted, and that's fucking hype, bro. Like, type shit. So, Gogeta and Vegito have obviously been good for a very long time. So, I think Vegito and Gogeta are characters I still can use. I put them off rotation. I ran them in the most recent thing I recorded, even. Cell and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan are more direct and sort of aged out characters. So seeing them work again is going to be so hyped, dude. I've never played Dokkan in a year where a Cell unit has been good. And Cell is my favorite villain in the series. So I'm going to be on Dokkan. I don't know about y'all. This is my fucking MJ flu season game, or flu game. I'm ready. And there isn't really anything to report on that. I think that they should add this boost feature to old characters, period. I think they should make it equipable. I think you should be able to pick any character from I don't know, anything before 2021. Make it like the EZA list. Anything before the current year characters EZA, you can't use it on. Or you can use it on. You can't use anything past. So you can't use it on 2023 or 2024 units. Let me use it on 2021, 2020, and 2019 and beyond units. Why would it matter? What would it change? It would hurt no one. Make it limited to 1 per team. That shit would be hype. This is so much excitement for characters I don't think are going to get new characters soon, because Dokkan would rather release, a Fusion or Beast Gohan or UI Goku every single fucking anniversary from now on, which is fine, but I wish I could access a Cell unit. Tired, whatever. That's gonna do it for today. If you liked the video, like the video. Subscribe to join the club. I've been Lone. We're all gonna make it. And peace.